An experimental surgery to treat that polio-like illness could give some parents hope. The CDC says there are now more than 125 confirmed or suspected cases of acute flaccid myelitis. 3 cases have now been reported here in Georgia. We just learned that information on Wednesday. This is the mystery illness impacting children, causing paralysis in some. There is an experimental nerve surgery that has helped some of the children regain their strength. It's based on an old procedure, but it might bring parents and children at least an option.
I've had kids that literally have no function at all in their arm from the shoulder down to the hand, and to see them playing baseball and to hear that they're the best one on the team, I mean, it's priceless. It really makes up for the fact that these surgeries are quite complicated and long, but I give it my all.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, Dr. John Torres explains how the surgery works and introduces you to a child that it helped.